Good day. I'm Police Captain Journal Jans Trinidad from the PNP Legal Service. Today, we'll be discussing an essential topic in modern litigation, the rules on electronic evidence. In particular, the use of electronic evidence in Philippine courts. In today's digital world, much of our communication and documentation is done electronically. As such, our legal system has adapted to ensure that electronic documents, emails, text messages, and digital signatures can be properly recognized, authenticated, and used in court. Let's walk through the legal framework, procedures, and challenges that come with the use of electronic evidence in the Philippine justice system. First is the historical context. The journey began with Republic Act No. 8792 or the Electronic Commerce Act of 2000. This law gave legal recognition to electronic data messages and documents. Shortly after, the Supreme Court promulgated Administrative Matter No. 01-7-01-SC or the Rules on Electronic Evidence, which became effective on August 1, 2001. These rules guide the admissibility, authentication, and presentation of electronic documents in Philippine courts. What are the legal foundations? Let's highlight the key laws. Number 1, the E-Commerce Act of 2000 or RA 8792. Section 6 of which states that electronic data messages shall not be denied legal effect just because they are in electronic form. In Section 7, it provides that electronic documents are legally valid like traditional documents. And in Section 8, the rule provides that such documents are admissible in evidence if properly authenticated. And now, let's go to our main topic, the rules on electronic evidence. These rules apply to civil, quasi-judicial, and where practical, criminal proceedings. They define key terms like electronic documents, electronic data messages, electronic signatures, ephemeral electronic communication, and information and communication system. Let's define it one by one. What is electronic document? It is any information stored or transmitted electronically that can establish a right, extinguish an obligation, or prove a fact. This includes emails, scanned contracts, PDFs, and digital files. How about electronic data message? This is any data generated or stored by electronic, optical, or similar means. What is an electronic signature? It is a mark, symbol, or process electronically associated with a document that signifies approval or intent to sign. A digital signature is a more secure version using encryption. Now, what do we mean by ephemeral electronic communication? It refers to telephone conversations, text messages, chat room sessions, streaming audio, streaming video, and other electronic forms of communication, the evidence of which is not recorded or restrained. They also clarify the best evidence rule. An electronic document can be considered an original if it is a reliable printout or display that accurately reflects the data. Copies are also admissible if they are duplicates from the same matrix, created by mechanical or electronic means. However, they may be excluded if there's a genuine question of authenticity or if it would be unjust or inequitable to admit them. Now, what are other related laws? We have Republic Act 10175 or the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. We also have RA 10173 or the Data Privacy Act of 2012. In Cybercrime Prevention Act, while primarily focused on cyber offenses, RA 10175 and its implementing rules have implications for the gathering, preservation, and admission of digital evidence, especially in criminal cases involving hacking, illegal access, and data interference. While in Data Privacy Act, it governs the data protection and sets standards for lawful processing of personal information. This can impact how electronic evidence is obtained and used to ensure privacy rights are not violated. These laws address both the handling and security of digital data. Now, let's go to the scope and application of electronic evidence. The rules apply to multiple legal areas: in civil cases, in contracts, corporate records, emails, and in administrative proceedings can be used by bodies like the Securities and Exchange Commission and National Telecommunication Commission. While in criminal cases, in cybercrimes, fraud, online threats, and more. And even in arbitration, arbitral tribunals often accept electronic evidence as well. We go now with the admissibility and best evidence rule. To admit electronic evidence, the proponent must prove reliability and authenticity. Key proofs include hash values or checksums, audit trails and metadata, secure storage system. To establish the originator, you can use email headers, digital certificates, testimony from a knowledgeable witness. And now, what is this authentication procedure? Authentication is essential. It can be done through, number 1, the creator or participant of the document. Number 2, IT personnel who maintain the storage system. Number 3, other effective methods such as digital signature validation or public key infrastructure or PKI systems. Ephemeral communication. Now let's talk about ephemeral evidence. These are not permanently stored, like text messages, chat logs, phone calls, and they can be authenticated through recordings or transcriptions, certifications from telecom providers, expert testimony, especially for technical extractions. And for our jurisprudence, let's cite key cases. In Nuez versus Cruz Apayao, dated 2005, the Supreme Court affirmed that authenticated text messages are admissible. While in Macalintal versus Comelec, 2003, the Supreme Court acknowledged the use of electronic evidence, challenges, and practical considerations. Some real-world issues include chain of custody, rapidly changing technology, privacy concerns under RA 10173, limited technology expertise in courts, cross-border complications, especially with cloud storage. In conclusion, the use of electronic evidence is no longer optional. It's essential. Our legal system has already laid down the foundation, but as technology evolves, so must our practices. It is important for legal practitioners, investigators, and even ordinary citizens to understand how to properly preserve, present, and protect electronic evidence. Thank you for your attention. Once again, I'm Police Captain Journal Jans Trinidad. Stay safe and informed.